as I'm live here. Is that plugged into that green thing? It's plugged in back there. Got two people in. Hey, Sheldon, my brother. How you doing? I'm just trying to set up here. Didn't have a good enough view, so I'm going to change this around a little bit. So I got a bunch of Buffalo nickels today. Got a real old Buffalo nickel book. And got a bunch of Buffalo nickels to put in it. A bunch in a package. I bought a bunch at a coin shop today from MTS. So I'm going to try and put a few in there. Can you see and hear it okay? Hey Sheldon, before I forget, I know as over a week ago I emailed Cage and Coin Hunter. You put my name in, I won a couple quarters and a couple dimes, silver quarter, two silver quarters, and I think two silver dimes. And I sent him this address the same day I won it. And I think it's been about 8 or 9 days. I haven't seen the thing. So I don't know if it's something, if he didn't get the email or just hasn't had time to ship stuff out yet or not. But usually when you mail, it's only 2 or 3 days from being we're both on the same side of the United States, first class. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I just thought I'd give you the heads up because I know you bought me the spot. And I appreciate it, my brother. But just let you know I haven't seen anything from it there whatsoever. So, anyways, sitting here working. Thought I'd do a little checking out, having some fun. See if I can get on here. All right. It's all good, good. Hey, Silver Ripples, all that stuff went out that next morning. Hey, no problem. Thought I'd just give you a heads up there with it. So, basically, what I've got here is a lot of these flips with Buffalo nickels in it from MTS Coins, okay? And I thought it'd be a little fun live stream to take these Buffalo nickels and fill in this old Buffalo nickel book from Hamilton, Ohio. Looks like maybe it was given out at school or kids or something. I just got home from work and I've got some more paperwork to do, but I thought I'd check this out and see. So check this out. So I don't know if you all can see this. I'm going to go left to right. So it starts here. So this book, as this last page, I'm sure you guys have probably seen these type of albums or fills. But I picked up and bought the whole book up at Portsmouth Coin and Currency. And you can see it looked like it's still got a lot of spots to fill, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun. So that's why you saw I got so many Buffalo nickels. So I thought I would say, hey, let's fill them up and see. So anyways, you guys want to chit chat and fill some Buffalo nickels. I got a bunch of them to put in here. Got a bunch. So we can look and see what I got here. There's a bunch I picked up. I got them for, all had dates on them. They had a box full of them. Let's see, with all dates. There we go, so you can see them. I've got a magnifying glass that I can use to check the date out real quick. And it's actually got a light on it too. So we'll look and see what we got. Hi, Prize Hunter. So I don't know much about Buffalo nickels. This is a 1936. And the mint marks on the Buffaloes are where they at? Anybody want to clue me in on that? This is a D. It's below the 5 cents. So 1936D. Probably already have it. So here's a 35D. Here's a 36. Here's a 36S. I already have a 35D. So I don't need that one. If anybody needs nickels, see if that one looks any better than the one I got. It might be a little better. Might be a little bit better. So I can set that one to the side. There's a 36S if I need it. Right. Let's see. Let's grab another nickel. We just keep moving around here. Hey, thanks, Kevin Rose. Good to see you, my friend. We're just looking. So this next nickel I got's a 1937. No mint mark. So we'll look and see if we've got that. So a 37, no mint mark, 36, 37. I do have that already. So right there's a 1937. I don't know if it's any better than the one I got. It very well may be. Yeah, it looks like it is. A lot of these might be better than ones already in the book, but I'll go through and look at that later. I just want to fill holes right now versus upgrade it. So the next one is a 1935. See what the mint mark on it is. There's no mint mark, so I guess that's a P. So 1935P. So there's a 35, a 35S, and a 35D. So don't need that one because I do have a 35 already. So far we've gone through 4 nickels here. I did see one in a flip I didn't. Hope I get some earlier ones. Sherry Ward, everything went out, by the way, so you guys know. This is a 1927. So we got an earlier one, 1927. No mint mark. So let's see if we got a 1927. I don't think I've got much of any of those over there. I think most of these are 30s. So if we look at this book, 1927, 26, be 27 right there. So we got our first fill, 1927. Here we go. That makes me happy. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy though. So there's a 1927. All right, so let's look at this next one. 1937 again. I think we've got all with the 37S. Let's see if it's got an S on it or not. This is a 37, but no mint mark, so it's a Philadelphia. So don't need that one. Maybe I can trade these in. Probably should go and start looking at them and take my book with me. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll use them for giveaways. Here's a 1935. And there's no mint mark, so 1935. And I already have a 35. So when I look at that, I've got a 35 already right there. So I don't need it. Don't need that one. So we'll keep on looking here for all these nickels. All right, 1937 again. Let's see if there's any mint mark. No mint mark. So we know we don't need. I guess I should have checked these before I just bought a big grab handful out of the nickel box. 1936 D. 1936 D. So there's a 36S. I have a 36D right there. So don't need that one. Well, I may have messed up here by not looking through my dates when I bought them. I think it's anywhere from 50 to 75 cents. Here's a 1934, the average cost there. There's a 1934, and it says no mint mark, so let's see if we got that one. 1934. There's a 34D. There's a 34, so I have that. So I have the 34 also. I had most of the 30. Looks like from most of the 30s I've got. I'm missing some spots. Looks like I'm missing some spots there. Here's a 1926. I may not have this one. No mint mark, 1926. So let's see, maybe we'll fill our second spot. 1926. Nope, it's already filled. 1926. 44.7 million. So that's a no go there. And probably common dates on a lot of these is what's probably happened. Kevin Rose asked me something. Doing something good, Sherwood. How about you? Let's see what Kevin Rose asked me. He has one you can send me. You need a raised. What's that? You need a raised ground. Oh, I don't know anything about buffalo nickels. I'm just having fun. You'd have to teach me, Kevin. Maybe we can get on the phone together here one night, buddy. It's a new old book. I just bought it. It's an old book. Sorry I haven't been looking at the chat a lot, Kevin. But, you know, we got each other's cell phone numbers. We can get on the phone. Maybe you can teach me something about buffalo nickels. I just bought the old book because I thought it was kind of neat. This one's a 1935. And I'm just filling holes, my friend. I'm looking at a magazine. So this is a 1935. Let's see if we've got it. Yep, we've got the 35. Most of these I already have. So maybe I messed up there and I spent that money. They'll let me trade them back in. 37. 37 we have. I'm pretty sure I remember saying that. There's a 37S we need. We've got a 37. Need the 20s is what I need. And the teens. Teens in the 20s. Here's another 35. And we've got a 35. We just need a 35S. Let me check the back. Make sure there's not an S on this one. No S. So, looks like I have a lot of buffalo nickels to give away. So 1913 Type 1 raised gone, the first 3 slots. Yes, I see that. So here's, let's see to look at it. There it is. Yep, it says raised ground. Raised ground. 13S, 1913S. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't know anything about buffalo nickels. I'm just having fun filling a book. I'll let you guys educate me. Need some education. 36. I'm sure we've got 36s. We need the S. Looks like I need a lot of the S mint marks. I've seen D's and P's. Here's a 35 again. I'm going to be giving away some nickels, I think. Start giving those away at my penny roll hunts. Give away some buffalo nickels. Here's a 36. No mint mark. Man, I didn't realize these were all the same dates when I picked them up. Me either, ECP, only that I've always liked them when I found them changed growing up. Yeah, exactly, Silver Ripples. That's exactly how I felt about it. Now this 1936, the date looks bigger. Is that because it's flattened out? Daggone, that date looks big. 1936, and it's a big date. Maybe Kevin knows something about a 1936 with a bigger date. We'll be here, Sherry Ward. I've got some to go through and flips besides these loose ones. But I think we've only filled like 1 or 2 spots. Maybe just 1. 1936. I'm getting no S mint marks. They're beautiful coins, really. They're gorgeous. I'm not getting much luck filling this book, I can tell you that much. I'm gonna take that book with me. I won't put it in my car. Now here's one that's got a date, and this looks like a 1920. Yeah, I think I found an old one here. It's pretty worn out. It's a 1920. When I can read it. I'm going to look at the loop too. I won't look at even typing. So this is a much older one. I'm sure I've got a spot for it. Unless it's that one there. Maybe I don't. Because I do have a 1920 already filled up right here. Of course I do. If I found it, of course I do. Yeah, it's a 1920 and I've already got it. That blows. Excuse my French. Another 36. I'm assuming it's not an S. Nope. Man, I tell you what, I just wasted a bunch of money on nickels that were not filling my book. There's a 1930. Hopefully I don't have that one. 1930. 29. Of course I do. I got 30. 30S. Looks like there wasn't a 30D. Let's just see what it was. Of course I have it. I've got a 1930. I don't need that. Wow. A 1930. 22 point. Everybody needs these Buffalo nickels. These dates, let me know. Saturday's watching you work. Finds videos on my phone. No, that'll work. Multitasking. There's a 35. No mint mark. And of course, we've got a 35. I know that. I think I filled one spot. This is really kind of stinking. 37. And you think you'd get an S mint mark or something. Nope. I have a bag full of Buffalo nickels to use as giveaways or take them back and trade them. 36. Hey, you're good, Kevin. Well, last loose nickel, and I got to go through the pads here. Here's a 30 again. And we have a 1930, right? Of course we do. Well, that was no help. Here's a 38D. Do we have a 38D? Yes, we do. 7 million. This is a very nice 38D, though. I got to flip. I got it half price. I got it for $1.25, or about $1. So there's a 38D. I just leave it in there. Maybe I'll sell it one day or something. Oh, Lord. Can't fill any holes for anything. So here is a 1926 fine I bought. I paid $1.50 for it, or $1.25. I got 50 or 60% off. So let's see if we got a 1926. Let's make sure there's any mint marks on it or not. 1926, there's no mint marks. So let's see if we got a 26. Of course we do. Why would I think I wouldn't have a 26? I've had everything else already. I guess this must be the common city. So here's a 35. See, it's got a mint mark. Of course we have a 35. We said it a million times, so don't need that one. 37. We've got that, I'm sure. No mint mark. Man, this is just awful. Awful. I was expecting to fill 8 or 10 spots up. I'm not filling up squat. I'm getting all these ones here that are later dates that are all filled in there. I just don't get it. Okay, now I got these multi-packs that I bought for like 50 cents. It's got an Indian head, it's got a wheat penny, and 2 buffaloes. I think I got them for 50 cents. So, the Indian head being in there is probably worth that. So we'll look and see what all these were. So we'll lay it up here. I'll tell you guys what we find on each one of them. So the Indian head, if it'll focus in on it for you. There you go, you can see it. Kind of rough, that's why it was in there. Be good penny hunting giveaways though, right? Sure is an oldie that was. Only one I find. You people we got in chat. I got 11 in the chat, 7 likes. Y'all mash that like button if you don't care. It's a 1901 Indian head scent. 1901. I don't see a mint mark. So I got a 1901 Indian head scent in that multi-pack. A little green crusty, but that might be a good giveaway. All right, let's look at one of the nickels. So here's the nickel. So we can see the date on it. I didn't check to see if these were dateless or not. So this one is a 1928. 1928. Wow, we might have a fill. Let's see. Is there a mint mark? No mint mark that I can see. So we had 1928. We might got our first fill. 1928. I don't see a mint mark. That's pretty sure the date's not real strong. Double check before I put it in the book. 1928 for sure. No mint mark. So we got our first fill again. Here we go. 1928. Hot dog. Second one. Whew. It's too much like work. Now here's a Wheatie. Came in that multi-pack. It's a good looking Wheatie. See what the date is on it. That's good. Everybody's chit-chatting, getting to catch up. 1927. 1927 Wheatie. So it's a good Wheatie. Can't complain with that. That's a nice little score. Let's see what the other nickel is. Maybe these cheap multi-packs is the way to go. Yes, we did fill a spot finally. We filled 2 spots so far, if I recollect. Now this one's a 1920. 1920. That's a week date, but I can see it. No mint mark. So we got a 1920. 1920. Of course we do. That's the one we had earlier. So 1920 I do have. They just made 63 million of them. Is why. I guess it's a lot. Wait a second. Let me make sure it's not a mint mark on there. Let me get my loop out. Make sure it's not got a mint mark. Nope, no mint mark. No mint mark. Okay. So the next variety pack, these are pretty neat, guys. Look at these things. It's got an Indian head, 2 buffalo nickels, a wheat penny, and an Indian head. I got them for about 50, 60 cents a piece for a whole pack. So we'll get to check each one of them. So that's kind of neat. So that's something different. So here's the Indian head. They're rough now. They're not giving me much for 50 cents. I guess it beats no Indian head, right? And it's rough. So let's see what the date is on it. So the date on the Indian head is 1892. So I can check those for albums if I got to fill any spots are filled. 1892. 1892 Indian head. And then here's the wheat penny. Not a bad looking wheat cent. There we go. See a little better. It's got good stalks on it. Let me just read the chat here a little bit. Everybody's saying hello. And any head's better shape if anyone ever wants any. Yeah, we're just having fun with this shot. I just giggles and kicks. This is a 1920 Wheatie. So the Wheaties aren't too bad that's in here. So 1920 Wheatie. So this is almost worth the Wheaties what's in there. But I'm just filling this old book. I got this old book up. I picked up. So this is a 36, which I know we already have, unless it's got an S on it. No S. So don't need that one. See what's on this old black one. Let's see what the date on this one is. This looks like a 36 again. They put two 36s in the same one. Be nice if one was an S. That might have a date on it. I mean, a mint mark. Hang on. No, can't make out a mint mark. Looks like just corrosion. No cigar. All right, another pack. Another one of the packs. Let's see what we got in there. We got a Wheatie, an Indian head, and two buffaloes. And you got a nickel mat. Yeah. Well, I've got the silver mat, the penny mat, both that you got for me, Sheldon, and I appreciate that. Please, you are so generous. You do not need to send me anything else. Those two mats are plenty. But very, very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. I know those mats aren't cheap, though. So there's the Indian head. I've got a lot of Indian heads. I've got a lot of stuff, but I really haven't done much with these nickels. Is that a nickel? What's a V nickel? So this is a V nickel. It's not an Indian head. So it's a V nickel. Hey, haha, your mom. Let's see what the date is on this V nickel. 1901 or 7. 1901 it looks like. 1901 V nickel. So if anybody needs that, let me know. Because I do not have a V nickel book. Let's look and see what the Indian head date is. Indian head date is 1906. 1906. I'll let you look at that so you guys can see a little closer at it. 1906, nice and patinaed over. Let's see if I can flip it. There you go, 1906 Indian head. I have to put some of those in some of my penny hunts for prizes. Be nice. And then here's a Wheatie. What's the date on that Wheatie? 51. Look and see. 51S. A 1951S Wheatie. 1951S. 51S Wheatie. In the grab bag flip. And then here we go with the nickel. Looks like a 36. It is 1936, pretty strong date, and no mint mark, of course. And we all know I don't need a 36, but I do need a 36S. So here we go, another variety pack. So let's see what we got in there. See if I can stop and read the track. Just says subscribe, please. YouTube is picky about the short version of the word. Yes. I have 2 subscribers last night. Thank you. I'm going to do a small tour video of my morning collection of freeways, Barry Longerman. Sounds good, Barry. My morning collection video is like 2 seconds long. Ha! My goal is to have content up the next month. There's Robert Johnson. All right, here we go. So there's the variety pack again. Another variety pack. Let's see what we got. We got 2 buffaloes. Let's look at the Indian head first. God, it's beat all to heck. 1891. This thing's beat all to pieces. 1891 Indian head. Seen a better day. But hey, it's over 100 years old. Well over 100 years old. Here is a wheat penny. Of course, I'm dropping it. Let's see what the date is on it. The date on it is 1952S. 1952S on this one. So 1952S on the Wheatie. I'll just see. I hope one of these nickels will be a fill. Oh, let's see. So of course, a 1936. Why would I expect anything else? 36D. For a second, I thought I was going to see an S. So 36D, I already have right here. I already got 1936D. It's in better shape. So don't need that. May need Buffalo nickels. I got a bunch that I didn't need to fill holes with. All right, 1937. Man, these are all 30s. Yep, don't need that one. All right, next variety pack. Which now I didn't pay $2.50 for it. I paid less than $1, probably about 75 cents. Looks like here's 2 buffalo nickels. That's not a bad looking Indian head and a Wheatie. So let's see what we got. Hopefully some better dates. There we go. So let's look at the, actually, looks like might be 2 Indian heads in this one. It is. So we got double Indian heads. Double Indian heads. Neither of them looks too bad. This one's a, it's like a 1902. Nope, 1908. 1908, and it looks like a fill date. 1908 fill date. The bottom of the 8 is filled. There's a 1908. Looks like a fill date. I don't know if that's an error or something got in it later on post mint. I'll double check and look at that again. Yep, 1908. It's a fill date. Interesting. To show that to one of my penny guys or cent guys or gals. Hey, ECP, East Coast Processing. Make sure you get in my 1K video. Giving away 24 karat gold panda. All right, Black Steel, I'll do that. Miss Man. Definitely, my friend. Definitely. I love your channel. You know that. And I love the Copper Mondays. I did some metal detecting this week with the wife. This is a 1908 also, but this is in pretty good shape. This is a nice 1908. Check this out. If I can get the focus good. Good 1908. Y'all see that okay? There's a nice Indian head penny. Or cent. Let's check out the nickels. So we got 13 people in here, 15 likes. If you haven't mashed that like, please do so. So here's a 1935. So we got any mint mark? No mint mark. So I don't think we need that. Nope, we've got the 35s. Need a 35S. Here's an ugly looking, looks like a burnt nickel. Looks burnt, doesn't it? Everybody subscribe to everybody in the chat. This is a 35 also. Unless it's an S, I don't need it. I'm going to cross our fingers. It is, oh shit, it's an S. Wow. Wow. A 1935S. Kaboom, guys. Right here, I need it. Look here. 1935S. And they only made, what was it? 10.3 million. 1935S. I can't believe I filled a spot. It's like the third one. It's definitely an S mint mark. Good deal. 1935S. She's getting the black steel one. Look at that black steel. We're getting a black steel buffalo nickel. Good deal. I like it. All right. Looks like we're going through the last variety pack. Yeah, Henry, after all that. You believe it? So here's the last variety pack. 2 buffaloes, a Wheatie, and an Indian head. And they did these like 50 to 75% off. I think I probably got about 65% off on the whole package. So, being that there's Indian head scents, some of them are not in bad shape. Some of them kind of crusty and seen a better day. Hopefully that thing's focusing okay. So let's see what we got. Let's put the nickels over here first. Let's look at the Indian head first. See what we might have. Fingers crossed is right, Barry. So this is a $18.99 Indian head cent. So $18.99 Indian head cent. That's kind of neat. And here's the Wheatie. Not a bad looking Wheatie at all. For you that collect Wheaties. Let's see what the date on it is. Thanks, Sherry Ward. Alright, Kevin Rose. Good to see you, my friend. And you all that don't know Kevin, even though it looks like Kevin, you pronounce it Kevin. And he is a great guy. This is a 1927. So all these Lincoln, these wheat pennies have been 20s and 30s for the most part. And then when they did have a 50s and stuff, it was an S mint mark. So that been some nice Lincoln wheat pennies in there. There we go. We got a nicely toned Indian head here. Let's see what the date is on them. Gives us some character. See, this is a 36 also. See if we got any mint mark on it. So it's a 36D. Do we need a 36D? Nope, but we need a 36S. We have a 36D. So we don't need that. Man, I got a lot of buffalo nickels. I'm taking this book. I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to take it to work with me. And when I stop by a coin shop, I'm not going to buy any more nickels unless I know whether I need them or not. No way, man. I bought 20 some nickels and probably only used 3 of them. No more. I figured it'd be a lot more of these random dates than this. I'm getting all the 30s. Here's a 1920 again. And of course, I have a 1920. See if there's any mint mark. No mint mark. So that does me no good at all. So guys and gals, I have, if you want to see, a bunch of coins that I purchased that will not go in my album. So if you need Buffalo nickels, common dates, let me know. Lots of Buffalo nickels common dates. And this is where I got them at. I got them at MTS Rare Coins. In this case, not rare. Not rare in this case at all. Now, I got them really on the cheap, you know. So that's what I'm saying. If you like Buffalo nickels, you want them for something, give me a shout. I'll make you a deal on them. I probably got 50 cents a piece in them. I like to have my money back. Gotta find you a Buffalo book, Sherry. So, my Buffalo book, it's got a lot of work. So, I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. So, my Buffalo book, in this case, there is from 1928S, starts at 28 over here, to 1938D. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots to fill, right? In the 28 through 35. But look at this. From 1919S to 1928, I got a bunch to fill. And then Kevin Rose will get a big kick out of this. This entire from 1913, all the raised grounds, all the way to 1919, have nothing. Nada. So I got a long ways to go. Now check this out. You want to see something neat? Okay, so this flips over on this page. Right? And then the book folds over like this. Right? An old book folds over like that. So here's the front of the book. Look at this. So it is a Buffalo nickel collection, 1913 to 1938. Ford Hamilton Publishing Company. P.O. Box 238. It's Hamilton, Ohio. It's an old looking book. I don't know if there's a date on it anywhere that they published the book. I don't see anything on the back of it. But it's a very old book. So I thought it was just nice from the provenance and the fact that, you know, I work Southeast Ohio, that it was a pretty neat book, you know. You got a Jefferson nickel book full, Robert, from 3861 full. That's fantastic. I was going to make a collector out of me someday. I'm just a stacker and slacker now. Hey, you know what, Henry? I'm a hybrid. And I'm a hybrid in a true sense because I am all over the place, my friend. From Buffalo nickels, Lincoln cents, Indian head pennies, silver, constitutional silver, Morgan's pieces, modern. I'm telling you, man, I am all over the place. So I now have a pretty good stack, though, of, here's my Indian heads. So all these are Indians. All these are Wheaties. That's it. So here's what I've got now separated back out. So those are all the Buffalo nickels that I've got. Most of them 38s and 1920s. Here's the wheat pennies. Here's the Indian heads. Here's the V nickel that came in there. And then I've got a stack of Indy heads and flips that are nicer condition. They're like very fine. They're strong dates and good looking coins, but I can't fill a spot with them because I've already got it. Now, I may go through and take these out of the flips that are high quality and replace them with some of the ones I've got that are in the book because they might be an upgrade, a better buffalo nickel, of course. It's not a bad deal, ECP. Okay, well, that's good to know. The Nicodate and C. It's just as safe in the book. There we go. Yeah, we're going through these now. I have got some other ones here. If you guys got a second, hang on here. I know that it's Friday afternoon. Let me look here and see. We got 12 people in chat, 16 likes. Let me go grab my binder. I've got some more buffalo nickels in there. Let's see if we can fill some dates with that. So hang on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. So this is one of my bigger coin books here. And see if this helps out any. So this, you're going to see this, has a big binder full. Mostly constitutional silver, but there's some Indian heads in there. Got it backwards. Looks like I've gotten a scrape there. So yes, we have some buffalo nickels in there. So let me see if I can grab. Let me go ahead and open my other one up. Maybe we got some good dates. That 21's probably good. So I guess I should have probably went through these before I grabbed the other ones, right? So before I pull them out, let me just see whether I need the date or not. And we can go through it. So let's look here and see. I got everything in here though, guys. I mean everything. So there's some of your Jefferson nickels. So there's a 21 right here. Let's see if I need a 21. So there's a 21. And I definitely need a 21. So here's a fill. That's fantastic. Fill number 1. Check the rest of this page. Again, this is just my general coin collection from years gone past. So here's a 27. Do I need a 27? Need a 27S. I don't know if that's an S or not. Here's a 28. I've got a 28. Better check these, see what the mint marks are on them. Check, see if there's mint marks on these. No mint marks. They are probably, I would say, dated. And we're probably got the mint marks on these flips. I'll just check a couple of them and see. So this 37, because I could use a 37S. Let me just look up there. I don't have to take it out. I'll just look at it and see. There's no S there. On either one. Okay, so there's a 26. Do I need a 26? So 1926 I have. So 28 I don't need, we said. A 35 I don't need. A 26 I don't need. Right? None up above it. A 27 I don't need. A 37 I do not need. 36 I don't need. A 34 I do not need. Right? Here's a 27. We said we don't need. A 36 we don't need. Of course, I have all the common dates. Of course. 30. Here's a 1930. Do I need the 30? 1930 I don't need. So those Buffalo nickels are all no-nos. That might be mostly where all the Buffalo nickels are at in this pages. So here's a BB gun. Check this out. Here's a BB gun. Buffalo nickel, no date. That came from my mom's my stepmom, my wife's mom. There's a 37. So we did find a 21. There's a gold-plated Lincoln cent. So don't see any there. Some B nickels. More Mercs. Blanks. There's a 37. Buffalo nickel. I had to look through this thing forever. Here's a 1936. We don't need that, right? Doesn't say S or anything. So we may not have much in here, but I thought I'd give it a shot. Oh, here we go. Here's some old nickels. Here's a lot of old nickels. So here's a 38D. I've got that. Here's a 21, which I just pulled, right? So I have that now. Well, there's a 27 fine. So I got that. There's a 38D. I've got that. Here's a 23. Do I need a 23? I bet you I do. Yes. All right. Here's a fill. Here's something that I need. 23. 38D I don't think I need. There's a 29D. Yep, I've got a 29D. There's a 42 war nickel. So I found a couple. I hope people's talking to me and I'm missing it. Yeah, it's a big book and it's pretty full. I don't know what's in this one right here. I need to check the date on this one here. It's not even marked. That one's not even marked. So I want to check the date on it. So that one's a 35. No mint mark, and I don't need a 35. I'm pretty sure I don't need a 35. So we'll put that one back where it belongs. Should write on it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this just constitutional silver. I've bought in flips over the years. And I just put them in books like this. It's just easier to put up in the store when I put them in paper flips. And I guess I could put them in rolls, but a lot of this stuff is mint state. You know, a lot of these are mint state quarters. So I'm just looking to see. You know, I've thrown random nickels. There's, like I said, Standing Liberties. There's Mercs. There's Benjis up here. Kennedys. It's just mainly my constitutional silver book. But that being said, I've got some Buffalo nickels spread in throughout there. So, but it's a lot of them I just bought for spot. Each time I'm out and about traveling, buy a few coins here, buy a few coins there, and put them up. So we'll look at it and see. I think we're coming to the end. So here's a 29. Do we need a 29? We do. Fantastic. Here's fill number 3, guys. Fantastic. Wow, I'm excited. Doesn't take a lot, does it? There's a prospector around. Check it out. Silver prospector. That needs to go get out of there. All right. So you guys can gander at that. A lot of barbers, mercs, a lot of silver quarters, dimes, war nickels, Benjis, Kennedys. You can't see the top of it. There's a Another row. A lot of, you see up here, you see the walkers and stuff. Benji's up there. Let's see if that shows it better. I'm flipping back through the book, trying to give you a better view. Let's see. Is that better? That's a little better view. Has that got all 5 rows? Yep. That's a nice toner right there, 63. So you can see them. Yep. A lot of standing liberties. Halves. See more nickels there. We went through all those. There's a little bit in there. There's some seated Liberty dimes, guys. May need some seated Liberty dimes. Just gotta yell at me. It's just a hodgepodge book. But there's a lot of marks. If you're needing a date for a book, let me know. I can always flip through here for you and look and see if I might have something, you know. But let's get back to filling that back up. And here's something neat. Check this out. What do y'all think of this? Here's an entire set of war nickels. Entire set of war nickels. I think it's kind of neat. Entire set of war nickels. Pretty neat. Nice holder, the whole 9 yards. So, gives you a little bit of sneak peek inside of ECP's fractional silver, constitutional fractional silver. So let's fill these up. Move this back around. Let's find these spots that we can go here. That's ECP to you, lady. All right. See if you all can see that. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to check up on the chat. Let me scroll back up a little bit. Mike Wolf, oh, everyone's still at work on the break. Just saying, smash the like button. Thank you, Mike Wolf. I'm just going back a little bit. 1904 Copper's Big Bucks, yep. Be sweet. 1909 V Nickel 2. For this more than 19 VDB, yep, amazing as well. ECP finding some goodies. We're hoping so, Henry. We were looking for them. D-Weedy last night from Candles on TLTs. That's cool. I got one of those. Mine's a VDB, my 1909, but it's not an S. Just got my pay dirt pan in the mail. Good job. Thank you, Bigfoot. We're just piddling. I'm just a blue-collar pneumaticist. I used to do a lot of pay dirt. Used to sell a lot of pay dirt. I was probably the biggest guy on the East Coast there at one time. All right, so 1921. 1921. Let's find the slot. 1921. The mintage on a 21 is, looks like 10.7 million. 10.7 million on a 1921. So not really low, not really high. I'm just glad to get a fill a hole. So let me check, make sure there's no mint mark on this one. Double check everything. So don't see any mint mark. Looking like a pretty good coin. Looking like a pretty good coin. Hey Ash, C4. We're just chilling. 12 people in the chat, 17 likes. Y'all can mash that like button, would be great. Yeah, just a 1921. So 1921, 10.7 million. We're filling a spot. Here we go. Well, if we can get it in there. Man, it's not wanting to go in there. There it goes. Tight fit. There's a spot filled. I'm excited. I'm excited. We've only filled about, what, 3-4 spots? Not a lot. Got a bunch of nickels that were common dates. They are beautiful nickels, though. The Indian heads are really, really nice. Like I said, as a kid, I used to get a big kick out of it when you got one. I'm having a time getting this one out of the paper flip. Alright, here we go. I got it. So this one is a 1923. Check see if there's any mint mark on it. Strong 1923, which is good. No mint mark. 1923. So it's right here in front of us. 1923. And they're hard to get in there. This old book. It's like the paper's shrunk up, you know? There again. That's good though. They don't come out. We're in that tight, right? So the next one I got to 1929. And that came out of the flip pretty easy. And this should be the last one for the night. 1929. I can see the date pretty good. Good enough for a book. No mint mark. So 1929. And that's going to be over here. So we are actually finding a 1929 head. Let's see how many million. 36.5 million in a 1929. So, last but not least, 1929. That one went in tight, but a little bit easier than the others. So here's what we got from this end right there. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more spots to fill on that section. 28D, 29S, 36S, 37S. Then, of course, a lot to fill on this book page from 1919S to a 28. And then I have nothing, I mean nothing in the 1913 to 1919 section. So those will all be fun fills. First time I ever tried to fill a Buffalo nickel book. But, you know, we'll have some fun with it. We will have some fun with it. But, hey guys, I appreciate everybody. 19 likes, 13 people in the house there now. Let me read the chat here, see if anybody does. ECP, how come you don't do pay dirt? Well, I've got a garage full of Sherry Ward of pay dirt, and I've done it, but I ended up doing over $20,000 a year in pay dirt one year when I was doing it. And I come home from work, and my wife and I would spend 2 to 3 hours every night packing up quart-sized bags of pay dirt. And it was good dirt to start with. We added 70 to 80% gold into it and seeded it natural gold back into it from my trips and stuff. The bigger mesh, easier for people to pan. And so it started getting to the point where people like the dirt so much, believe this or not, because they got a good return, sometimes more than what they paid for, quite often, that it was becoming a full-time job. And my wife and I got to the point and said, we're going to give it a break, and maybe one day whenever I retire, we might get back into it. But too much work. Yeah, slowly but surely, Henry, on this book fill. But it's fun. I'm going to take the book with me. I want to put it in a big Ziploc bag. Yeah, I was taken away from too much family time, and just out of that $20,000, I might have made $2,000 or something in a year, and it was way. I had to turn in all my taxes. I did everything on the up and up, which I always do, and it wasn't worth it. There's too much time outlay in it. So I could see myself doing it in retirement, but I wouldn't do it right now unless I needed the extra funds, And it was because you got to think it was probably when I was using actual natural pay dirt. A lot of people will take any kind of dirt and add gold and call it pay dirt. And this was actually from gold bearing areas in Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Central Ohio, placer gold, you name it. every place that we would go to on a trip, because I used to gold mine every weekend, and then we bring home 4 or 5 buckets of pay dirt, and we were in hot spots. And see, it really became a chore. And when you figured all the time we had into it for our trips, and it was really good dirt. I gotta be honest with you. I mean, the dirt I got in the garage, y'all see me on that thing, it's still really good pay dirt, naturally gold in it. And then we made sure we added gold in every bag, because a quart size bag is not even a shovel full. So you got to make sure you seed it so everybody gets something good, you know. I've never panned in Colorado, no, but I have trout fished in Colorado, Henry. Yeah, you got to pay the tax, man, especially when they send you a 1099 from PayPal because you did so much. You have to turn it in. Yep. But I might occasionally maybe put some pay dirt out there. I'll let you all know. I'm sure everybody will see if I do some pay dirt. I've occasionally sent some people some dirt and sold a little bit here and there, but I've really stepped away from it for the most part. My Facebook group, East Coast Prospecting, that's how it started, was from pay dirt, and it founded it. And man, it was, people ordered off my Facebook site nonstop, and I would put 20 or 30 bags together, and they'd be gone in an hour or two. They literally they'd fly out of there. As soon as I'd list them, they'd be gone. But had fun. Yeah, maybe one day, Sherry, I'll let you know if we get back into or do some. I'm going to do some fall trips here and stuff too. So, and again, I've got plenty of dirt down in the garage still in 5-gallon buckets already classified. That's hot spot dirt. When I get bored, you know, I keep some for the winter time, because I'll actually go out there and set up my miller table and recirculating sluice in the garage. And I'll actually go prospect through the winter time, in the dead of winter, snow on the ground outside. I'm working in the garage going through dirt and concentrates. But anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, I'll let you know if I do something there. But hey, everybody, thanks for mashing the like button. We're up to 20 people. 10 still in the house. We got a little bit over an hour. I'm going to go spend some time with the wife. Go play with Milo a little bit. Where's Milo at, Tony? Can they see Milo before we leave? Let's see Milo. Everybody wants to see hi to Milo. Everybody likes seeing Milo. Hey, Milo. Milo, everybody wants to see you. Milo, say hi to the camera. Milo, look here. Hey, Milo.
Look at Poppy.
Milo, where you going? You left a biscuit over there. So anyways, guys, there's Milo. Here's the pile we got left. Anybody needs buffalo nickels, let me know. I got a bunch. Common dates. But anyways, hey, everybody, if you can, hey, watch Milo. Milo's going to do a trick for you. Okay, he's doing a spin. Dance, Milo. Spin. Milo's dancing for everybody. He got him a biscuit. So everybody, it's ECP and Milo on a nickel book fill on a Friday evening. Having some fun, getting to talk to everybody in the chat. So, hey, guys and gals, thank you so much for everything. If you haven't yet, mash that like button for me here on the way out. But just want to tell you, ECP, and thanks to Tom Tope at MTS for helping take care of me, giving me some good deals on some nickels that I didn't need. But that was my fault. I didn't bring my book with me. So, hey, ECP, over and out. Hey, thank you, Sherry Ward. Best wishes to you too, my friend. You all take care. Thanks so much.